Hey, what's going on? It is Kyle Anderson, Bama Football on YouTube. Good morning to everybody out there. Hope you're off to an amazing start. Thank you very much for starting your day, or at least your midway point, with me right here on the channel. We're getting closer and closer to the college football season. Every new beautiful day is a first down closer to the start of the football season. Next week, it's what a lot of people call the kickoff, right? With SEC Media Day starting next Monday in Atlanta. Of course, Alabama will be at the podium on Wednesday. Throughout SEC Media Days, I have interviews on here, chopped up sound bites, what stands out, all that and more coming your way next week. So I appreciate you guys being checked in. Let me know where you're watching from inside the comment box. And as always, I sincerely appreciate you guys. All right. You know, as I've been playing this video game that's been out for a couple days, I got to thinking. I was like, you know, this team, I think, has enough firepower, clearly, to do some serious damage in college football. But how far are they going to go? And that's kind of been one of my themes this week, is like, what is the ceiling of this team? And you know, you start to look at the gauntlet of the SEC, whether you're playing the video game, whether you're talking real life. Man, the gauntlet of the SEC is what I just said, the gauntlet. And it's wild to think about the season and the schedule that Alabama is going to have this season. I really think it's a very challenging schedule, right? And I've showed this before several times, and we went back and forth on this, kind of opening up with, you know, what's coming our way as fans. Damn, this is a really challenging schedule. I don't care if you've already won that first game of the season. Fact of the matter is, you haven't. Fact of the matter is, that team is probably better than we're anticipating. And then that meat of the schedule, and I kind of refer to the meat, is right here. And this is where I'm at on this video game. I'm right here. I have Missouri on the road next, Tennessee, South Carolina. All these games right in that middle stretch are going to be really telling about this team, and really critical games. I mean, if you saw me last night on the sticks, I played Georgia. I felt that, you know, I put us in some positions to be on top, but that the defense played well. Came down to special teams, as I always talk about. I wasn't able to get it done. I missed 2 field goals in that game and ended up losing 10-7 to Georgia, which now puts me in a difficult position, right? Because, you know, you can't lose a lot of games and expect to be at the top of the SEC. And I think overall, kind of looking at the teams in the SEC, man, a lot of these teams are going to be very talented from the SEC, and it's going to be a gauntlet. That's why when you're looking at the college football playoffs, it's like, you know, where do you have to be to make the field? And when you look at some SEC preseason rankings, I think this is from Phil Steele, right? Remember the magazine? Does anybody still get the magazine anymore? Is it just, I mean, we still get the magazine, right? The magazine has it like, remember, like Phil Steele's magazine is like, it's so detailed with information. I remember I used to get it and just sit down and like go page by page, right? So much information in there, but the SEC rankings are like this, at least from Phil Steele. Texas, Bama, Georgia, LSU, Florida. Start right there with the top 5. And I think when you look at that top 5 right there, I mean, all those teams should be in the playoffs. I think a sleeper, as we discussed yesterday, was probably Ole Miss. I would imagine that Texas A&M is going to be really good as well. Oklahoma, probably a sleeper. I don't understand this, though. This is the one thing that when I look at all these preseason rankings and all this stuff, it seems to me like South Carolina just continues to, they're almost like falling in the rankings. It's the weirdest thing. Do I think that South Carolina is too good? Am I not reading it right? Because I think South Carolina, I mean, they have one of the top quarterbacks. They have one of the top wide receivers. They have some good components on defense coming back. I don't know. Oklahoma should be really good with their quarterback as well. So, 1 through 10, throw in Auburn on the road. Those are challenging games. Shoot, even Missouri. So, look, the SEC and the SEC media poll will be released next week. I would imagine that Texas is voted number one. I am curious to see where Alabama is ranked, considering that Alabama continues to kind of gain momentum, not only with recruiting, but I think everybody continues to understand how good the defense is going to be with the starters that they have coming back, right? And that's what really, playing this video game, the defense is going to keep you in games because they're so talented. The corners are elite. The safeties are great. Linebacker is exceptional. Defensive line can get after the quarterback, stop the run. It's a fantastic team, specifically on defense. And I think even that 2 deep on defense is really good, exceptional for the gauntlet of the type of season it's going to be, right? All right, our continuation with the raffle, we got Ryan Williams or any jersey really that you want. This particular is from Team Fanatics, but let's say you win and you want another player. I'll be willing to work with you on the jersey to get the jersey that you want. $10 to enter, up to 3 opportunities. I don't know if Team Fanatics has all the variety of jerseys, but like I said, if you win the raffle, you email me, I will work with you to get you one of the jerseys or something equivalent to that. The retail price on this from Team Fanatics is like $139. So you got a lot of room to work with, and I'm willing to work with you on that. $10 to get in, up to 3 opportunities. We have a pretty good crew in right now, but not a huge crew. So, your chances are high. The other thing is too, if you wanted the Derrick Henry to like post on your wall, I think this is like $119. So we'll communicate when you win the raffle, and one of the 2, I'll send it out. This is also from Team Fanatics if you just want to go there and just buy this for your Alabama Crimson Tide room, right? It's almost that time. You better have some sort of Alabama room, right? As always, our good friends at Sonic, sponsor of the show, of these segments, right? America's favorite drive-in in West Memphis, Arkansas, and Marion, Arkansas, where I-55 and I-40 hit, right? Tell Bama Football on YouTube sent you. I know we have a lot of people driving across the great country, right? Really, we have some truckers that go everywhere. And if you are interested to become a sponsor of the show, I drop my email inside the comment box. I have actually I added a new fan funder option if you want to be a show sponsor. I think it's like $14 a month. So if you want to upgrade your fan funder account to, it's like $14 a month, I'd really appreciate it. So it's getting that time, right? We're getting closer and closer to the college football season. Next week, as mentioned, Wednesday, you have SEC Media Days. Alabama is taking Deontay Lawson, Tim Keenan, and Caden Proctor to SEC Media Days. Let me ask you this, because I was reading some feedback inside the comment box. Particularly, there was a mention in there by Patrick, one of our subscribers, Patrick Trotter, I think. And inside the comment box, like if you disagree with me about anything, that's fine. So don't feel like if you don't agree with one of my points, that's fine. I appreciate that, the dialogue. I'm always open to dialogue and hearing different points of views. But yesterday I was talking and I was like, I'm really surprised that Alabama, not surprised because I didn't pick him to go. But let me phrase it like this. Are you interested, or what does it mean that Ty Simpson isn't one of the guys going to SEC Media Days? I mean, shoot, Coach Prime took 2 quarterbacks. And I get it. These are leaders. These are established leaders within the program. But, Ryan Grubb said that Ty Simpson was going to be the quarterback. Kalen DeBoer, backed him up on that. It's just like, if he's the guy, bring him out. But someone said that's kind of creates pressure on him. There is so much pressure on the quarterback position. You can't add more pressure, period. When you are taking over for Jalen Milroe specifically, there is every single you just wait. And we love Ty. I love Ty. Just wait. Every single pass that he throws will be under the microscope. You are following every single quarterback over the last, 9 seasons is in the NFL. Right? So don't say it's like going to be added pressure. Yo, he is under pressure, period, just because of he's the quarterback here. And any quarterback that is going to be the guy here is going to face that same type of pressure. Alabama is the staple program, one of them in the country. So you're not going to be like an underrated guy, and people aren't, I mean, when you're the quarterback here, comes with a lot. Got some super chats in. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. William, thank you so much for the super chat. He's asking who gets the most sacks, the most tackles. I'll get to that in a second. And Josh is in the raffle as well. Those $10 super chats will also get you inside the raffle. So I appreciate you guys joining. I know we're, kind of talking offense here, but, getting to William's question, let me ask you this. Who do you guys think leads most sacks and most tackles this year? I'm going to add the stuff to the screen. Give me 1 second. I mean, most tackles on the team? I would like to say, I would like to believe it's going to be Deontay Lawson. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, that's probably like an easy call, I don't know why the stuff isn't going. Is it going to be? I mean, in the past, Malachi Moore had a ton of tackles, I think, last year? So I think the question is from William. Thanks for the super chat, bro. Who gets the most sacks, tackles this year? I think sacks probably, Quay is the other easy answer, or LT Overton. LT Overton talks specifically about wanting to get some sacks, right? Josh Miller also in with the super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. There was another question in here, I think specifically to me. And I'm going to take calls today as well. So let me finish out this segment, and then I'll open up the call-in line. So if you've been, trying to call in, and if you've called in this week, maybe give it some time so some other people can call in so we can have a variety of callers. All right. What's up, Tavis? I appreciate you, man. Tavis says this, Kyle, something no one is talking about is that they never said he was going to be for sure the game 1 starter. They said if the game was tomorrow. Yeah, I think probably by design, you want to have a quarterback competition going into this season. And I mean, what else are the guys going to say? We still don't know who it's going to be, blah, 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 right? And that gets annoying. I think it's better to just name the guy and have everybody rally around him. Look, like, players are accustomed to guys being starters, but I think you also have to, you don't want guys to transfer out if you name him like the indefinite starter. This is just the world that we live in, right? I mean, all these quarterbacks right now, think about how much the quarterbacks are making, right? Keelan Russell, I don't know. There's a rumor that it's like $6 million. Is Ty making, more than that or less than that? Austin Mack, I just saw a picture yesterday of Daniel Hill, the running back for Alabama. Did you see this on his Instagram channel? I don't know how many hundreds he has that are just laying out. I mean, these guys, watch out. You want to see the picture? I'll show it to you. See if I can get up on the screen. Daniel Hill, my bad. These guys, the amount of money that these guys have right now, it's wild. See if I can get this to the screen. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much this is right here. I'll see if I can. Yeah, Daniel Hill posted this on his social media yesterday, which I was like, damn, look at that. So if you follow Daniel Hill, the running back, he posted all this cash that he has. Young millionaires for sure. They have so much money. I think it like looked like the background looked like they were in Miami. They were driving all these fancy cars. It's wild. And I think kind of getting to that is like, look, there's a lot of money that goes into this. You can't really name a starter because you might have paid these guys and you don't want them to go elsewhere. I don't know. But Daniel Hill, I mean, damn, like he posted that last night. How much is that? Maybe someone throw this into ChatGPT and just see what it says. Look, guys are getting paid. That's some serious cash, though, for sure. And a lot of people like see Michael inside the comment box. That it does turn people off, right? But this is where we're at. I mean, these guys, I'm telling you, it's not JGJC saying that's $5,000. $5,000 for him, that's probably not even, he probably makes way more than that a day. Jarvis saying it's about 10K. It's light, that's light work. These guys are making millions. That's it. That's it. We've created this. What's up, Chad? Good to see you inside the comment box, brother. I asked this yesterday. There was some good feedback on this. And most everybody was above 3,500 yards. All right. And if you've been following my dynasty, I've been playing. I don't know if I'm going to pass for 3,000 yards with Ty. Maybe so. I still got to. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But who watched the game last night? I played 2 games last night. And I played Georgia. I was out 7-0. I had a 25-yard touchdown run with Ty Simpson. And the defense played great. I missed a field goal in the first half. It should have been 10-0. Georgia came back. They took the lead 10-7. I drove down the field in the final 2 minutes of the game. There was 30 seconds left. I didn't utilize my timeouts efficiently, kind of rewatching the tape. I should have spiked the ball a couple times, gave me, a little bit more time to work with. Yeah, Ty must have been sacked, I don't know, 5-6 times. Ty can move in the game for sure. He's not like overwhelmingly fast, but yeah, he can move around. And I missed a field goal at the end, period. I mean, the thing like disappears and it was going fast. It was just a bad kick. Not a long kick. I just missed it. It sucked. Because now that puts so much pressure on me. Just like in real life, if Alabama loses that game, I mean, man, the SEC, you got to think the top 2 teams maybe lose 1 game, maybe lose 2. Nobody's going undefeated in the SEC, in my opinion, right? And the problem was I don't know if this has happened to you, if you played this game or not. I was utilizing Ryan Williams at the slot. So I put him in the slot and I was having him, he was raking up everything underneath, but then he got leg cramps. Maybe it's because I was putting him to return kicks and punts too. I guess, I don't know. But it seemed like all my players were getting hurt. It was weird. Yeah, the new kicking reader sucks, man. You can't put it in the, Oh, Pat Y was nasty. Yeah, for West Virginia, right? All right, I have a question coming up, and because I've had on this game, I've had a hard time running the ball. Some people have criticized me for not hitting the holes. I felt, the first couple of games, I think I hit 100 yards with Jan Miller, right? But I've had a hard time running the ball, and I don't, it's probably not Alabama's real playbook. But I started thinking about it. I'm not going to get anywhere close to running for 1,000 yards with the running back. So my question today, and I posted this on Facebook as well, do we have 1,000-yard running back this year? Do we have just 1,000-yard running back this year for Alabama? Yes or no inside the comment box. You know, I'm going to say no. I feel really confident about saying no. I think, who was it yesterday that said kind of death by 1,000 cuts? I think that's right. I think you're going to get a healthy dose of these two. I don't know how much Dre will be utilized. And look, nothing negative about him. I don't know. He looks good. I mean, 5'9", 220? Hell yeah. Daniel Hill, you got to figure out a way to use him, right? 242 pounds. And then the younger cats. This guy's really good on the game, by the way. A.K. Deer, I think he might be the fastest running back we got on the game. But I don't know. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think, clearly you're going to run for over 1,000 yards. I don't know how many yards total they run for. Maybe that's a better question, right? Does Alabama run for like 2,000 yards this year? Probably not. But they'll run for over, 1,400, 1,500 for sure. Total, I'm saying. It's something interesting to think about. Todd is saying 2 800-yard rushers. I don't know. I think it'll be like Jam with like 650. I don't know. I'd have to put it out on paper. Mr. B, I think the running backs, the most yards will be between 700 and 800. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. I think you probably have Jam at like, if we're Vegas, we're like 725. Does Jam Miller run for over 725 yards? I probably say yeah. Trevor points this out. This is a good detail right here. You'd have to go over 25 years back to find. Okay, so they're going to run for over 2,000 yards then. Yeah, okay, got you. Good detail there. I was wondering. I was like, when's the last time they didn't run for 2,000 yards? And this is it. Like, Jeff says, and Anita backs him up, is Jam is the man. I think they kind of did him wrong on the game. They probably should have gave him a little bit more speed. And Fromm points out, too. Fromm's like, look, Ty Simpson's a runner as well. And quarterback sacks negate the yards that you have, but I don't know how many times he's going to get sacked or whatever. Definitely not as many times as I'm getting sacked on the game. William points out you got to have a balanced offense for sure. And that's what's giving me trouble playing this game. Is I don't feel like I'm balanced enough. I can't run the ball. I can't. So I've had to kind of resort to like bubble screens. I haven't really used jet sweeps that much, but I do a lot of underneath, and that's kind of like my running game, if that makes sense. Keep in mind, too, this is interesting. Florida State's running back, I don't know if someone pointed that out, is Roydell Williams. Man, Roydell Williams is like a blast from the past. I love Roydell Williams. I think he's a really good running back. He probably fits their style better, right? I mean, he wasn't going to start over any of these guys. By the way, Joshua Pierce, I got you in the raffle, and we got another one too. Jarvis, 100%, man. You just pointed out is the offensive playbook. It's not designed to run. You got to do a lot of. I don't know. You got to really get comfortable with that playbook before you can really start doing stuff on the game, in my opinion. But that's my question for today. I would probably say that the majority of people say no in terms of 1,000-yard running back, which isn't bad. There'll be a lot of running backs that get fed, and that's exciting because you keep these guys healthy. You get the rotation. Josh asked if I'm going to Tallahassee. No. I just cover all the stuff from my my makeshift upstairs bedroom. It's easier for me. The better I'm on, like as a content creator, I have to be online. You see what I'm saying? And it just kind of the financials of it too, right? Going over there, all the stuff. I mean, you know all the stuff. So I just stay back and cover the team from back here. Chad Kennedy, I got you on Cash App as well, bro. All right, so this raffle is going to continue. It'll be a spillover, for the jersey. We'll get them up. The retail price on this, as mentioned, is like $139, and if you do win the raffle, I'll work with you to make sure that you do get the jersey that you want. Like if Team Fanatics doesn't have the jersey, we'll see what options are available up to that price point, and I'll work with you on it. So. What's up, Shaq? Shaq Adams, good to see you, bro. What's up, Chance? Good to see you up in here as well. The raffle is $10 up to 3 opportunities. I'm gonna turn on the call-in line, and you guys want to call in. And remember, if you've called in a couple times, or make some room for other people to call in today. What I've been doing lately too, when you call in, I'll ask where you're calling from because I like to put the city up on the screen. And today, it's an open show, so what that means is like, there's not necessarily, rhyme or reason you want to, it's open show. And people keep asking me, what's my PlayStation tag? How do I find my PlayStation's tag? I don't know how to find my PlayStation tag, but if I find out, I'll come back and put it, I'll put it on the screen. I'll let you guys know somehow. The call line is open. It's 205-850-1994. You'll see it highlighted in yellow as well there at the bottom right of the screen. And it's pretty much like an open show. So it's kind of open dialogue today, wherever you want to talk about. I mean, ideas that you have. I mean, anything quarterback is always fun to discuss. You want to talk about this video game, I'll talk about it. You want to talk about, the toughest game for Alabama. You want to talk about the running back room. You want to talk some recruiting. Look, we've kind of turned the page for recruiting. It's a dead period now, right? But still, the biggest one in our mind is Tank Jones, and everyone keeps pointing to this August 1st date to where teams can start to talk to players about the house settlement money. That's going to be really interesting, right? To see what, and we'll never know. And one of the things that I always kind of find a little bit strange is like, we're never going to find out. And maybe we should know. I don't know. Like how much, how much the players, like the salary cap, wouldn't it be cool? Like we could see it with the NFL. I just don't understand why we can't see it up with like college. Wouldn't it be cool? You just have a printout, the roster of like how much, like where we're at in the salary cap. Man, you think about this. If you thought scholarship numbers were crazy to like think about and you'd obsess, remember everyone's like, how many more numbers? How many more players can we fit in? Just think about salary cap. We'll be like, oh my God, the salary cap. Who's gonna take a cut? Keon Keeley announces that he's only taking $3 million so you can bring on a 5-star wide receiver. And I don't know if this will happen too. I always kind of wonder about this. But is like if assistant coaches start making less because the players are making so much, or is there just that much money? Does it come from another pot so they can, still pay the coaches, the assistant coaches, whatever? I don't know. Right? Because now you have players that are making more than the assistant coaches, for sure. I mean, or maybe there's just that much money. I have no idea. Yeah, Daniel adds that commits, just to commit, are getting, well, I didn't say 50,000. I saw 20 to 25, but man, I wouldn't doubt it. And this is just to be committed up until you sign. So every single month, you're getting 50. I mean, can you imagine getting 50 grand? All right, so it looks like I just got a tip. Okay, so listen up. I just got a tip, and I'm curious to see. This is recruiting. Okay, this is important. I don't think I've seen this out anywhere. So it looks like recruiting. We could be on a commitment watch. All right. I don't know. It's a top 100 type player. And I'm kind of wondering if it's the player that Coach was talking about. Remember when Coach called in yesterday? Let me bring in his name. I don't know if we have seen this yet on any of the recruiting sites. Okay, but Coach from Calera called in yesterday, and he was talking about this kid. And now, I just got a tip just now while I'm online with you guys that Bama could be in play to land another top 100 guy. So, where there's smoke, there's fire, right? So, Jaquez Wilkes, was that Wadley, Alabama, 6'4", 218 is an edge. He's a top 100 player. Maybe this is him. You remember this yesterday when Coach called in? I think this might be it. I don't know for sure. Like, I would stay close to your recruiting sites. But I don't remember. Think about it. So Daniel's saying that this guy is Auburn bound. But remember, Coach called in specifically and said that Jaquez told him it's between Alabama and Miami. I see Miami down here, and I see, Bama here? But I don't know. Someone just tipped me off, so I don't know. Stay Wadley. All right, thanks, Todd. I appreciate it. Wadley. Is this the guy? Todd, do you think this is the guy we're talking about? I would stay close to your recruiting sites. But they said, I just got a tip. It said top 100 commit coming in the next couple days. This guy's a top 100 player. I don't know what happened to Auburn, by the way. Yeah, 1A team right here. Yeah, Daniel, check up 247. Kimberly, what's up? Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. Nick Bowling, what's up, man? When it's a race car season or whatever, man, you need to hit me up. So heads up, tomorrow's show, like a wad. Okay. Wadley. Okay, that makes sense. Wadley. I get you. Like you're a wad of paper. Wadley High School. So Jaquez Wilkes out of Wadley. Thank you. I love you guys. Thanks for having grace with me. Wadley. So tomorrow's show probably be later in the day. I have some things that I got to take care of in the morning time. So no morning show tomorrow at 10. It'll be pushed back a little bit during the day. And I might be back on tonight to continue streaming this game. I don't know. We'll kind of see how it goes. Nick Bolin says it's racing season all spring, summer, and fall. Okay. Maybe if there's like an entry level racing, I'd be down to go check out. I was asking because I've driven by Talladega. I've done all this stuff, but I've never gone. I've never been to one racing event. I've never been to like monster trucks. Oh, and it's not this dude, by the way. So we could take off Jacquez Wilkes. So scratch that out. That's not him. So I don't know who it's going to be. But top 100 commitment next couple days. 4-star edge. And it's not our homie out of Wadley. that got put out quick. But Coach did mention his name yesterday. At least that was the player we were talking about. But don't go out and say it's Wilkes, because that's not who it is. It was put down real quick. But I might come back on tonight. I got Missouri and Tennessee. The games are tight, man. All these games are tight. Vanderbilt, I think, got up a little on me. I pulled away and I took care of them. Am I 4-1 right now? So, yeah. So heads up on the tomorrow's show. Probably be a little bit later. And we still have room for the raffle. So if you want to get in, we need a few more spots because it is a big ticket item. $10 to enter Cash App. Bama_YouTube. So we're almost there. Next week, we got SEC Media Days. Just continue to cruise with it. Every single day, we are inching closer to the college football season. All right? We'll get there. And I'll find out my tag on the video game so I can post it in here. You can follow us on Facebook, of course. I got an Instagram if you're interested in that. I don't post often. It's just kind of like family stuff. I'll post the Facebook page in here so you guys can see it. I'm pretty active on our Facebook channel. It's a good channel. This is it. And I need to get my my men's devotional kicked up again. You know, I found out when I was doing my men's devotional, it was tough kind of to pray in a public setting. And I feel like since that's an area that I'm continuing to like grow in, it's hard. Like I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable in this space talking about Alabama football or talking college football or just shooting like, you know, whatever with you guys. But I'm not comfortable in that space. So I found like it's challenging. And I know challenging means growth, but you know, when you're praying, it you know, can be personal, you know, going through, I don't know. I found it, but I need to get it fired up because I know a lot of people, you know, not a lot of people, but some people, they liked it. So anyways, thanks for the support, Sammy. And thanks for the super chats today. We got a couple in. I'll put you guys into the raffle. There's a couple cash apps that came in too. So we'll spin the pin. Maybe tomorrow we'll see where things are at. But again, the show tomorrow, I have some errands I have to take up in the morning portion that I can't move around. So I'm just going to push my show to the midday. My boss gave me the okay. Just kidding. I'm my own boss. Yeah, no doubt, J. Cole. I appreciate that, bro. All right, fam. Well, thank you so much for kicking it with me this morning, kicking it with Kyle. It's always fun to break bread and talk college football. Stay where your feet are at. Stay blessed. Enjoy this beautiful thing we got called life. If I do stream, it'll probably be like 7 p.m. tonight. We'll see how we're doing. But I really appreciate you guys for rocking with me this morning. And next week, SEC Media Day. So we're getting closer. I love you, fam. Thank you so much for being here. Coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama on this fine Thursday, July 10th. Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. I really appreciate the support.